Angie. Good morning, everyone. I am Dee Ford, and I just love the fact that I get up to come to work every single day in the most exciting, the most innovative, the most digitally minded, but I think more importantly than anything, the most highly trusted creative medium, and that is commercial radio. I'm also, of course, very proud to lead the Bauer Media UK team as we every day set out to just punch our way and add to the health of listening here in the UK. I personally think it's really great that the stat that Siobhan talked about, 9 out of 10 consumers come to their favourite radio station in the week, and they do that year in, year out. I think that speaks a lot to the considerable influence that radio has over its audience. Here's another 9 out of 10 statistic that I really love. 9 out of the top 10 digital-only commercial national radio stations are Bauer owned. And so now 11 million, that's a blinking whopping audience, 11 million consumers are choosing to access a Bauer radio station through a digital device. Bauer's unrivaled success on digital platforms has come about through a bit of a simple menu, and that is using some fantastically powerful brands, applying them to really high-reach platforms, adding a dose of technology innovation in there also, but most important of all, of course, creating really edge-of-the-seat great radio content. Bauer is a business that is entirely engaged with the idea of growing valuable audiences, and when we talk about our valuable audiences, they're really audiences that our advertisers have told us that they want to reach. So we've identified the value of those audiences and we engage them through our really deep consumer trusting relationships. So at Bauer we've got really good deep insight, but we mix that with this sort of innate ability to live the life of our consumers within each of our valuable audiences. We really understand what it is that they want from us next. And that's a really powerful position to be in, because it allows you to anticipate the sort of content that listeners will want to keep them with your brand. It also allows us, I think quite smartly, to enable us to keep our consumers with the brand's ecosystem, because we're always giving them something more. Our sub-brand strategy has been key to delivering really strong audience growth from each of our valuable audiences. So we launched the fantastic Kistery. It gets such a great reaction when I'm talking to planners and advertisers, but Kistery and Kiss Fresh were launched to be alongside that sort of destination millennial station, which is of course Kiss. We then had the Absolute Radio Decade stations that were designed to extend the appeal of the Absolute brand across its really differentiated, reluctant male adult audience. Really exciting for me, because this is playing right into my world. We launched Mellow Magic and Magic Chilled a little earlier this year, and those stations are all about extending the reach so that we can get more of those affluent, up for it, active, engaged, fantastically wanting to be part of the Magic brand listeners listening even more. Of course, for Bauer, we've got a massive passion for local radio as well, and so we've been both launching stations alongside our BCN network, but we also have made our BCN network bigger through the recent acquisition of the Orion stations in the Midlands. Thank you very much, Phil Riley. What we know about our listeners is something that we've learned for decades of working with them, and that is that happy listeners are really delighted to give their favourite radio stations a great big slug of their available time. Great radio is powerfully strong at storytelling. So great radio can weave its way through the day, through the life of its listener. It shares their passions. It reflects what they're interested in. And it understands if there's a need for a lift in mood in the morning or a need for a calm end to the day. Great radio is also forcefully tenacious at both holding onto an audience and freshly appealing to an audience so that that audience is continually delighted with the experience with the radio station. We know commercial radio is booming. And it's booming in the UK because we've got great, fresh, new, unique content being served through more digital devices. The growing demand for more radio services was met this year, as Siobhan's mentioned, through the launch of the second National Digital Radio Multiplex, which for the first time sort of brought commercial radio onto a level playing field with the BBC, at least anyway, in terms of distribution. And so with the launch of D2, 18 stations took their first breath on national distribution in March this year. This is an industry that is completely propelling itself forward. We all know that commercial radios had a really long-lasting relationship with the broadest valuable demo, that's 15 to 45s, and actually we attract more of those than we've ever done before. We know they're valuable. We also know they're terribly difficult to get hold of if you don't use radio. Commercial radio is both influential and also really close to its audience, and sometimes I sort of think we forget that for advertisers particularly, radio was the original key moments planning medium. It's that last persuasive nudge just before you're going out on a shopping trip. It's that resonating late night reminder of something that needs renewing the next day or purchasing the next day or sorting out the next day. And it's that compelling message that's delivered to the captured car driving audience too. No other medium has this laser focus to deliver scaled smart key moments planning than radio. Perhaps above all else, and along with the theme of today about how radio is seen, listeners see radio as the most trusted medium, and an environment of trust, of course, is an incredibly potent environment to advertise in. Trust has played an important role in radio's moves in digital innovation. The emotional connection that listeners have with their favourite radio stations can allow potentially super rewarding moments for their audiences that are seeking out new content. Let me give you an example. The Absolute Radio audience really trusts its favourite radio station, so they're actually willing to transact with that radio station, offering the radio station their name, their gender, their location, their age, in exchange for that radio servicing them with more of what it is that they want. And what I mean by that is that they're getting more highly valued content and fewer but more personalised ads. It's this loyalty, this great deep trust that's powering Bauer's digital audio solution, InStream Plus. InStream Plus simply offers advanced targeting of consumers listening to a Bauer radio station by any connected device. So what is life like for a consumer? Well, consumers log in and listen. They enjoy what we know radio's great for doing, and that is this one-to-many shared experience of listening to a radio station that you know people like you also listen to. But that gets combined with a premium one-to-one targeted storytelling opportunity for advertisers. The initial trial on Absolute Radio led to over 50% of its connected consumers immediately logging on and listening. And InStream now is available on Kiss, Kiss Fresh, History, Kerrang, Heat Radio, Planet Rock, and of course Absolute Radio and all of its derivatives. Recent InStream Plus campaigns have enabled clients to deliver targeted audio that's driven their business KPIs, and we've actually got repeat bookings because of that. A couple of really simple examples of where this has worked is that Random House launched Russell Brand's Revolution book through InStream Plus, with excerpts from an interview with Russell and Absolute Radio's Jeff Lloyd, served exclusively to logged-on listeners. Jaguar UK used the platform's geo-targeting and then tied that in with specific demo targeting to get test drives booked at local Jaguar dealerships. There is a huge opportunity here with 35 million smartphone users in the UK and 41% of all audio consumption happening via smartphones. Discovery and personalisation are key for the connected audience. Of course, the content aids discovery, and it's the technology that enables the personalisation. Sorry, that was rather too quick. I'm going to talk about this now, though. An area of significant opportunity for radio stations and advertisers is through partnership, and I sort of think partnership is a bit of a benign word. I much prefer to use the word relationship. So the relationship, which is organic, that can build over time between on-air talent and our commercial partners. So branded content, of course, was the original native advertising, and it continues to be a real beacon of success for commercial radio. And a great example of where I think we can sweat the assets, where we can create value from the talent and commercial partner relationship, could be seen in the KISS 3 relationship. That's when the KISS breakfast show, Ricky, Melvin and Charlie, broadcast from the slopes of Snowbombing Festival in Austria, communicating that you can use the 3 mobile network at 18 different locations for no extra cost. The content lived way beyond the boundaries of broadcast. It was a powerful multi-platform campaign with exclusive content online, on social media, and with experiential club nights and interactive live programming from the Austrian slopes and beyond. It had Ricky, Melvin and Charlie and 3 right at the heart of it.
Ricky, Melvin and Charlie in the morning with 3. Use your phone abroad and no extra cost in 18 destinations.
So Ricky is up a mountain right now at Snowbombing Festival 2016 in Meerhofen with our mates at 3. So Ricky, we do have a surprise for you. So hold tight for that. Don't you worry. Don't worry.
Tell me. You're going to love it, Rick. I don't want no surprises. You're going to get a big one in a minute. We'll speak to you in a minute, Rick. All right. So yesterday, Ricky jetted off with all the KISS winners to join our mates 3 at Snowbombing in Austria. Rick, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How's it going? You having a lot of fun?
Oh my gosh, Snowbombing 2016, Meerhofen. We made it, we're here. It's absolutely firing. Even though it's like early in the morning, it's absolutely firing. Melvin, when you get out here on Friday, you're going to love it, bro.
I can't wait.
Well, Rick, I've got a bit of news for you.
Uh-oh.
Now, myself and Melvin can't let you get away with all the fun you're having, because obviously you're there.
Why not?
And we're not, all right? So, Pure KISS Breakfast Star, we've decided to make things a little bit more interesting. Let us introduce you to the Wheel of Doom!
It's a great name.
What do you mean the Wheel of Doom?
Don't you worry about that, Ricky. What's happening is there are 3 challenges. We're going to spin the wheel, and whatever it lands on, you're going to do it right now. Now,
right this second?
Right this second, bruv. So your 3 challenges are Phone Box Phantom, In the Buff and Looking Tough, and Brain Freeze. Now, firstly, which one sounds worse?
All of them sound rubbish. I don't want to do any of them. Why can't you just leave me be? I'm enjoying myself.
I've got the wheel here, Rick. I'm going to spin it, all right? Hang on a sec. Our favourite one, Rick, you'll know what your challenge is?
Go on.
In the Buff and Looking Tough.
Yeah. No! I hate you, look, man.
This is what you got to do, right? So basically, you got to lose some of your clothing as much as you can, really. You need to find a place where there's going to be loads of people, and then do your best and loudest alpine yodel, all right?
A yodel?
A yodel. Now, I don't know if you've ever done one of them before. I don't think they're the easiest things to do. So off you go, and we'll have a chat with you in a bit, all right?
You lot take liberties,
and
man.
Start stupid.
Just go off and do a yodel like this is like an everyday thing.
Start taking some clothes off, mate.
Yeah.
Listen, my name isn't Melvin O'Doon. I'm Ricky Hayward Williams. Let you guys know what time it is.
Today you're Ricky Hayward Williams naked. So enjoy.
What's going on?
Been waiting all morning for this. Let's do it.
So Ricky jetted off to join our mates free at snowbombing in Austria. And because he's there and we're not, we're making his life difficult and setting him some challenges. Now today's challenge was in the buff and looking tough. So Ricky, I hope you haven't disappointed us. Are you ready, mate?
Yeah, that's right, guys. I'm here, snowbombing 2016, Mayor Hoffman. I made it! I'm so excited. And you guys have set me the challenge of doing some yodeling. So what better place to come to than Hans Butchers, because Hans the Butcher himself is a professional yodeler. So let's get to it and yodel.
All right, Ricks, go for it, mate.
Here we go.
It's yodel time, everybody! Yodel, lady, yo, 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 lady. Yodel, lady. Yodel, lady, yo, yo, lady.
You know what my favourite bit is? It sounds like there's so many people there. He would have hated that. He's actually quite good. So that video is going to be on the Kiss FM UK Facebook page very soon, guys. So please go and check it out. And Ricky, you'll have another challenge from us lot tomorrow. Now, will it be Phone Box Phantom? Make sure you guys head to kissfmuk.com right now as well, as we've got your chance to win a Sony Xperia Z5 smartphone, which you can use abroad at no extra cost in 18 destinations on 3.
Another example of a wonderful marriage between talent and commercial partner you can see here. This is a relationship that's delivered fantastic results year after year after year after year. This is the relationship between Wix and the Christian O'Connell Absolute Radio Breakfast Show. So this is a partnership that's developed over years, starting from radio advertising to live events to outside broadcasts to stunts, sometimes death-defying stunts, and as any Christian O'Connell fans here today will know, also a live annual star-studded broadcast panto. As you can see here, Christian also models for the Wix catalogue, and we're in the throes of doing something slightly more attractive, I think, and that is creating the Wix in-store radio service from Absolute Radio as we are here today. It is really this level of mutual respect and trust and understanding that we at Bauer strive to have with all of our clients, so that we really can create exciting, innovative, great content, because that helps campaigns live beyond what comes out of the speakers. We are today in such an exciting time for this thriving industry. There is huge innovation going on. That's innovation in content, distribution and technology. And the digital behaviour of consumers is a gift to highly engaging radio professionals. Listeners love choice. Advertisers love deeply engaged listeners. At Bauer, our passion for radio has never ever been greater than it is today. 6 months ago, we became Europe's biggest radio operator, Europe's #1 leading radio operator, to the tune of about 1.5 million listeners a day. Our ambition is such that we want to extend that leadership even further. We know radio is thriving, and it's thriving because it's relevant. And I would say it's thriving because it's relevant in a radio age, in an audio age, and just as importantly, in a digital age. Thank you.
Thank you to Dee Ford, giving us some great facts.